Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and today I am packing for a canoe camp trip. Now, this trip is a little bit different. We're going to be canoeing the Peace River, and the way it works there is you take all of your luggage, all of your camp supplies, and your whole group meets in the parking lot of the Peace River campground where they have a trailer, and you put all of your gear that you want onto the trailer, and then they take your trailer, the campground takes your trailer and drops it off at your campsite, so you do not have to pack all of your gear onto your canoes. So I am not packing super light for this trip because I don't have to. The only thing that is going to go on our canoe with us is my backpack and our cooler. Everything else is going in the trailer, will be waiting for us at our campground. So I will show you step by step what I pack. Right now I am packing for Chris. I do all of the packing. It's just, this is the way it works. He'll make sure our gear is ready to go when we go on trips, and I make sure all of our supplies are ready. So I'm packing clothes right now, and one of these outfits he will wear down there. We're going to have to leave. It's almost a 4-hour drive for us, so we're going to have to leave before 6 in the morning, and we're heading straight to the meetup site. So he will wear one of these outfits down with Crocs. I suggest Crocs when you're canoeing because they float. If you were to flip your canoe and lose a shoe, it is going to float. So he'll wear swim trunks, and he likes long sleeve shirts. I personally cannot stand to be in the sun in a long sleeve shirt, but he does. He's much lighter complected than I am. So everything is on here except his hat. I have the hat in the wash right now with some other clothes, and so that will get added to this stack. But I have multiple outfits. All of these are shirts with either swim trunks or shorts. And then underwear. I only have one pair of socks because most likely he is going to be in Crocs. The only time I put a socks is if it gets cool or he were to get a blister or something like that, he can slip a pair of socks on. I do have an extra pair of sandals to throw in. He probably will not even touch them. They will not come out of the bottom of the bin, but they're there just in case of emergency. And I do have a pair of long pants to sleep in if he wants to sleep in that with a t-shirt, and a flannel. We are in Florida and it is October, but our days are still in the 90s. The temperature is starting to inch down a little bit, but it's still pretty darn hot. I doubt we're going to need this, but I'd rather have it than not. And then the other thing I have is his toiletry bag, and this is everything he needs in small amounts. And I threw his washcloth in here. Whenever our last day there, we'll just take the washcloth and throw it in with all of our dirty clothes when I pack up. So everything is labeled for him, nice and easy. I always do this, and that way he has absolutely everything he needs. Now, I do not have any of his first aid stuff in here, like ibuprofen or Tums. I'll have that into another bag. Everything in this bag can get wet and it will not damage it. So it can go into the tent shower that we have and get wet without any worries. And there's also a flashlight in here, a waterproof flashlight. So if he's walking back to the tent or something, he will have a flashlight if he forgets one. I just throw an extra in there and it's all ready to go. Now all of these clothes are going to go into a packing cube, and then the packing cube is going to go into a plastic bin. So if it rains and the trailer is sitting out getting poured on, the likelihood of our clothes getting wet is very slim. So it'd have to go through the plastic container and our packing cube. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of his stuff packed and loaded, and then I'll do mine. Okay guys, I am working on my clothes now. I always take a couple of extra t-shirts just because if I get really hot and sweaty, I want to change and get cleaned up. So usually I take an extra outfit and 1 or 2 extra t-shirts. And I also have a couple of swimsuits packed. I'll have one under my clothes going down there, and then I have another one packed. But you can always just wash it out and use the one that you have. And I also have 2 pairs of sleep pants with t-shirts, which you can just wear that around the camp during the day, or you can sleep in them, either one. And that's what these are. They're loose, soft, stretchy, just super comfortable. So I have all of my clothes here. And again, like I said, one of these outfits I will wear down, probably this one right here with a swimsuit. I have my Crocs that I will wear down. And I know these aren't real Crocs. These are the knockoffs. They're ugly as sin, but they float. And then I have my flip-flops, which this is just an old pair, and I can wrap them up in a bag and tuck them in our clothes. And I'll also throw a couple of towels in here for our first night of showers so that there will be dry towels on top. I'll go ahead and get this all packed up. Okay, so the bag is full and there's still a little bit of space on top. I'll probably put a pillow or a couple of blankets or towels. Something will fill in this space before I close it up. But this bag is completely packed. Nothing else is going to fit in here. And I have a couple of towels added in there also. I have our clothes here. I'll add Chris's hat to this, and this will be our clothes to wear down there in the morning when we get up and get dressed. We'll just put these on, and swimsuits, we'll have them on so we won't have to change when we get there because we have a long drive and we'll just drive straight there. Okay guys, when I said I am not packing light, I really meant that. I could take the time to put everything in the bags that you suck down and compress, but then I have to take another thing with me to do that. I have to take the pump, and honestly, I just don't feel like going through all those extra steps. So yes, we are going to have a lot of bins. Only one has clothes, has mine and Chris's clothes, and some towels and pillows. And then these three have towels, bedding, the air mattresses, because we do take air mattresses. And so each bin has one air mattress, a set of sheets and a blanket, air mattress, set of sheets, blanket, and then pillows, and I think an extra blanket. So that is what all that is. And yes, it's a great big stack, but honestly, it'll just fit right in the back of the truck and then it'll go right into the trailer. Super, super simple. Everything else is in bins, and I do have the tops of each of these labeled. Like this one is the bathroom bin, and it has our composting toilet, it has paper towels, tissues, shavings, trash bags, a mirror. I don't have the curtains in here. I do have the metal stakes. I don't have the magnets, and I do have Lysol wipes and stuff to wipe the toilet and stuff down. So all of that is in here, but I also have the shower bag, and I have rugs in here to go into our camp bathroom tent. Now, when I say camp bathroom tent, you're probably wondering what that is, and that is this right here. It is a 2-room tent. I don't know if it actually has a picture on it, and it doesn't. I will try and get a picture and include a picture here of what it looks like. Okay guys, and this is one of the last bins. It is all of my miscellaneous camp items, and then it is going to be my dry food items. Like I have popcorn and marshmallows, pretzels, ramen, that kind of thing in here. And then I have my camp fans and lights. This one is a light and fan, and the other one is just a fan. And then I have all of my miscellaneous things down in here, like batteries and lights. This is all of my seasoning packets, my oil, the individual packets of ranch, all of my different seasonings, coconut oil, everything in there. Sugars, brown sugar, salt, pepper, and that way it's just zipped up. It's easily contained. And then this container right here is our off-grid coffee pot that doesn't need, it's like a Keurig, but it doesn't need electricity. You just use boiling water, and I have my tea kettle for that. And I'll make sure to include a link on how to use that one. Okay, these are our waterproof bags that we'll be taking on the canoe with us. One of them has supplies like a mini first aid kit, sunscreen, bug spray, bathroom supplies, that kind of thing. And then the other one has towels, and I can also slip the hats and stuff down in that. And then any other miscellaneous items I want to take from my purse last minute, I can slip down in these bags. There's still space in them. And then we'll also be carrying a soft-sided cooler in the canoe that I can just hook all the straps together, and they can sit in the middle of the canoe between us. So if we were to dump for some reason, these should float, and it should keep the cooler with it. So we'll be able to get those. It's nice and bright, and we'll be able to grab the cooler and throw everything back up in the canoe. So I am finishing up. I have my day planner, and I'll show you how I itemize things out in my day planner. Okay, so this is my day planner, and we have a lot of stuff going on this month. So this is the page that is exclusive for my camp list. I break things down into categories. Like this is kitchen stuff. These are all the things I wanted to make 100% I remembered to pack in the kitchen bin. Just everything I could think of that was really important to go in the kitchen bin, and as I made sure it was packed, I highlighted it. So every bit of this is in my kitchen bin. My bathroom bin is here, and bathroom shower, so everything is there. Then this is Chris's clothes, my clothes, and then this is the miscellaneous items that I still need to get together. I still need to pull the chairs, the tables, the tent, our big cooler, the jump box. We're going to take big trash cans with lids that'll have the wood and the kindling, because you have to take all of your wood with you. You can't just go into the woods and get wood. So I have to do that. I have a black like rubber rug that I'm going to put in front on the outside of the tent to kick our shoes off and stuff, so that we're not tracking mud and stuff into the tent. I have that outside. And then I still need to get the canopies. We're taking 2 canopies and the weights for those canopies. So that is it for the extra items, and I still have food items to put together. Our meals are going to be, we'll eat breakfast on the drive down, and then our lunch will be on the canoe. So I'll do sandwiches. I'll have some chips and snacks and fruit and stuff like that. Just sandwiches and snacks. Dinner, Chris wanted to have hamburgers, so I'm going to do hamburgers with baked beans, and then I'm going to probably make some home fries. Chop up the potatoes and do home fries like that. It's just much simpler to do that in a cast iron skillet. And then I'm going to do baked apples for dessert, and I'm taking plenty to share with everyone else. And I'm also going to take strawberries that you dip in marshmallow fluff and roast, and those are supposed to be really good. I also have Starburst, and I have giant marshmallows, just all kinds of stuff to share with the group that we're going with. And then Saturday, Chris wanted bacon, eggs, and toast for breakfast, so I'm going to do that. We're going to do big kielbasa's for lunch with some fresh fruit, carrots and celery and ranch. And if he's still hungry, I have some ramen noodles tossed in there for snack. Dinner, he wanted steaks, so we're going to do steaks and baked potatoes. And I'll probably pre-cook the potatoes some, so I won't have to cook them for so long, because sometimes you just have to cook those potatoes forever, and I really don't want to do that. And then cinnamon rolls on a stick. I saw that on a bunch of different Pinterest sites, and saw a great YouTube video on that, so I really want to try that and do the cinnamon rolls on a stick. I'll also have some peanut butter and jelly, whatever, just a bunch of snack stuff for anything else that anyone wants. And then Sunday morning, I will pre-make sausage gravy and I'll pre-make biscuits. So all I'll have to do is warm up the biscuits, warm up the gravy, and then have that with some fresh fruit. And of course we'll have coffee and OJ every morning for breakfast. And then we will canoe out and we will get lunch on our drive home because we'll have a nice long drive home. So that is where we're at right now. I have, I'd say, 80% of the stuff packed, and tomorrow I will put everything else together so that when I'm ready to load the truck, everything will be all stacked up nice and neat. Unfortunately, it is in a giant pile in our bedroom, but that's really the only place for it. All of the outside stuff I'll put in a pile under the cover, all the tents and all that, so I can mark it off my list and we'll get it all packed up. Okay guys, I am finally home and lugged everything in the house. This is what makes me miss not having children at home right now. Trevelyan, of course, is away at college, and Jaden is visiting his girlfriend who lives about an hour and a half away, so it's just me, which I'm grateful to have the house to myself. It would just be nice if I could turn the dogs into pack mules and they could help lug everything in the house so I don't have to. Up and down those stairs a million times kills my knees. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of this stuff laid out and do my haul video, and I will make sure to link that up in the corner so that you can see it later. Hey guys, so it is 8:45 on Thursday night, and I worked until I think about 7 something, just trying to wrap things up since I'm not going to be in the office tomorrow. And now I'm doing the last of the cooking and packing so that I can pack up, because Chris and I have to get up at 5 in the morning to be on the road by 6. So I've already made sausage gravy. And I need to take it off the burner and let it start cooling down because I need to go ahead and get this packed into the cooler. Crab ragoons. Chris brought me home for dinner because I didn't have time to cook tonight. And I am making, this is going to be, some people have called it puppy chow, or they have like Christmas crack. You can do Halloween. It has Chex Mix. It has Reese's. I have chocolate covered peanuts, pretzels, M&Ms, all different kinds of candy corn and stuff. And then I'm going to melt white chocolate and just mix it all in really, really well. And then I'll lay it out and let it dry and then break it into bits and put it in bags. Chris and I aren't taking any kids with us this time. The kids are in college now, and neither of them wanted to go on a weekend camping trip, and it didn't really work with their work and school schedules anyway, but there's going to be like 8 or 10 kids there. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to take a bunch of stuff that I know the kids will love. It's always more fun to have something at someone else's camp. So I'm working on this right now, and then I'm also going to make something called excuse me, praline crack. It's one of Chris's absolute favorites, and I asked him, is there anything I can make that you would like? And he's like, the praline crack. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making the praline crack, and I'm getting ready to finish baking the biscuits so that they will be cooked, and I can just set them out in the sun the morning of and warm them up and pour the hot sausage gravy over them. But I need to finish, I need to cook them. So I have a bunch in the freezer that are like 3/4 of the way cooked, so I just need to pull them out and cook them. And then the disaster I have over there is stuff that I still need to finish packing. I have apples to do the baked apples, the strawberries to do the roasted strawberries with fluff, of course junk food, and then I think I'm going to make some trail mix, and I'm not sure what else I'm doing. But this is where I'm at right now. I'm going to see what I can get done. I still need to make sandwiches for in the morning. I need to pack our personal cooler. I'm packing the big cooler right now. I'm working down my checklist. Have my checklist here. To put my glasses on so I can actually see my checklist. Okay, that's my food that I need to pack. That was my last minute grocery store list. And there is my camp list, and I'm highlighting everything off as I go. Hey guys, it is about 10:20 and I just pulled the praline grams out of the oven a few minutes ago. I'm getting ready to get Jaden to put this waterproof case on my phone for me. The biscuits are out of the oven, and Chris came in and helped me bag up all of that chocolate Chex Mix stuff. And I have the trail mix made, and now I'm just getting everything else bagged up the rest of the way. The sausage gravy is in the cooler is packed. I'm getting ready to make sandwiches and put them in the fridge. I'm not going to pack our cooler that we're taking with us until in the morning because the ice will all start melting. So, and there's no way to drain it without taking everything out of our small cooler. So I'll put that one together in the morning, and I'm just laying out our stuff and doing everything else that I can tonight. I plan on hopefully being in bed in an hour. That would be about 11:30. That is my goal, because we have to be up at 5, and we'll see how that works out. Okay guys, it is 11:45. My goal was to be in bed by 11:30. I'm going to overshoot it by about half hour because I still have to go grab a shower. But everything is ready for in the morning. I have all the sandwiches made, drinks are in the fridge. I just will have to toss them in the cooler, ice them down. This is our dry goods stuff, towels and first aid stuff, things that cannot get wet. This is just a secondary layer of stuff that if it gets wet, it's not the end of the world, hats and things like that. And then I'll throw some of my purse stuff in here on the trip down in Ziploc bags so that I'll have it just with me. So, and if this were to go in, I'll just, I've got some bungee cords, and I'll just hook it to one of the seats or one of the supports in the middle. So if for some reason the canoe were to flip, things would get wet, but I wouldn't lose it. So, all right, I have my checklist. I'm going to do a final scan through of it, but I think I have literally every single thing on here. So I'm going to go hop in the shower and finish this up in the morning.